Oh wow, we're early. I've only missed one goal and 2 minutes. You know, it's good. Uh, Let me just turn the lighting on. I set the stream up last night. I had all the thumbnails and everything. I just had to get up and start the stream. Okay, that green screen is good. All right then. First time in 9 weeks that Collingwood haven't hit the first goal. I think that's quite a statistic. This will be fun, I reckon. We'll see how the Dogs do. What sticks out for me is their games at Marvel against Geelong and Port Adelaide, where they did compete for a lot of the game, but in the end, ultimately, got outclassed, made too many errors. I'm curious to know whether they've learned from their errors, but even if they have, are Collingwood too good? We shall find out. But what we do know is for the Boston Bulldogs, we've got to wait till the last quarter to see if they can actually win. Hello, Mr. Cat, how you doing? I hear the game is... BT just said it's sold out, but I can see empty seats. I'm just saying. If the Dogs win, they're in the top four, so that is big for them. Yeah, it is. But can they win? After their games against Geelong and Port Adelaide at the same stadium, I think there's question marks. Can they keep up for 4 quarters? We'll find out. Maybe the Magpies don't turn up. Who knows? Go Dogs, they're 2 ahead. Hey, look, they had a similar start against Geelong, so let's just. I don't trust them enough. It would be massive. It would be amazing though if they won. If I told you that the D's could slip out of the top four a few weeks ago, would you have believed me? I would not have believed me. $50 million penalty. Collingwood not happy there. Hello Ethan, how you doing? Big Norton, Mark. Okay, this is a good start. I give them credit, Dogs. Where's T. Cullen? It's him as a Dogs fan, right? Hello Mason, how you doing? Another goal. That Norton sign is funny. The Vegas one. No score yet for the Magpies. We'll see how long it stays that way. Excuse me. I did say apart from Port v Collingwood, who's beating them? Yeah, well, you have a point there. But also, who's beating them in the finals? There's a point for the Dogs. There's their weakness. They miss a lot of set shots. That's why they lost to Geelong. Port Adelaide not as much. Port Adelaide was more because Port were just very good, but still. I'd also say that Western Bulldogs missed some key shots in that game as well. Brisbane at the Gabba. Yeah, Brisbane don't play Port at the Gabba, which I thought was quite interesting because Brisbane are beating everyone there. Everyone at the Gabba loses to Brisbane, so Port didn't have to go there. I feel like they had an escape there. I feel if anyone could end their streak, it would have been Brisbane away. West Coast and North knocked about in straight sets. What competition is this? VFL? I mean, West Coast not in VFL, so that's not really a good joke, but yeah. Is that high? Yeah, I'd put Collingwood free. We're at half the first quarter. Dogs winning. Oh, Ethan likes everyone except Adelaide. Oh, I see. Fair enough. Still, though, I'm sure you'd prefer to be first than, you know. Assuming Brisbane get third, but like Brisbane away aren't as good. So, but you'd rather play Melbourne than Brisbane right now, I feel, in the finals, week 1. Might not be Melbourne, might be the Dogs, might be St Kilda. Could be anyone in 4th right now. West Coast are going to be the first team to beat Brisbane at the Gabba too. if that happens, I'll PayPal you $50. That's never happening, my friend. Just to clarify, this round, don't come back next year if they beat Brisbane next year. If Brisbane can beat Melbourne at the G, I think they consider them a chance at the Premiership. Otherwise, they won't. Yeah, they've shown at the Gabba that they can compete. They haven't played Port there, sure, but they've beaten all the top teams apart from Port at the Gabba. But away, there are some grounds they're okay at, but the MCG is the big problem. If you can't play well there, I mean, you gotta win there to win the flag. So it's annoying because Brisbane are at the start of the season. Brisbane are my tip to win the Premiership because I felt they were good enough, and I don't think they were like going downwards. And they went from top 2 twice to finishing 5th and 6th, but I felt it wasn't the end for them. I felt they were still gonna rise again, and they did. They're third, but at the MCG, that's the problem. They need to show that they can win there. They beat Melbourne there last year in the finals, which was great. That was impressive. They got to repeat that again. I guess, to be fair, if they turn up in the finals, that's the main thing. Last year they beat Richmond and Melbourne in 2 close games in the finals. They turned up until they played Geelong, who are the premiers. So maybe they'll have maybe if they get it right in the finals, it's all good. If Brisbane finish top 2, say they can't make the grand final. But will they finish top 2? They need one of the top 2 to slip quite dramatically. To be fair, if Collingwood lose this and lose to Port and Brisbane keep winning, you never know. They would talk about Brisbane bad away, but what about Adelaide? They have 1 away win against Hawthorn. I mean, that's fair enough. And that was lucky as well. We should have beaten them. I hate that game so much. Our game in the gather round against GWS and our game against Adelaide, both games we lost by a few points. It was so frustrating. But I'd also argue that Brisbane have higher standards. I mean, who expected Adelaide to be in the 8 this year at the start of the season? Maybe some did, but, Brisbane have been, top 6 for the last, 4 years or something? I think it's different situations. But yeah, I do agree. One away win all season, and it's against Hawthorn, and it was lucky. I'll add, because I'm a Hawthorn fan. But that is also, there'll be question marks around that for sure. But I also don't expect him to get past week 1 in the final, but we'll see. I don't see him finishing higher than 7th. Collingwood's first goal of the game. Is this weekend upsets weekend? I don't know yet. I don't think yesterday was an upset. There may have been a favourite, but both teams are pretty bad. But yeah, the Dogs are going to be an upset, so that'd be the first of the round. But let me check what other games there are, and I'll let you know if I see any upsets happening. What I will tell you is West Coast will not win. The Suns wouldn't even be an upset, but the Suns won't win either. St Kilda and Melbourne. Would the Saints winning be an upset based on current form? I don't know. North. I'm not sure about North beating Geelong. It's a GMHBA, definitely not. If Adelaide beats Essendon, that would be an upset. Especially considering it's away. Freo Carlton, I don't know. What would be an upset there? They're both not very good. When you're going to do the list? I was supposed to do it for like every week, but it's round 17 and here we are. I'll do it at some point. Definitely not this week. You think Blues is the only upset that's going to happen? Maybe. Hello, GB. You're from Adelaide and you hate both of them. What, you hate both Adelaide teams or you hate both of these teams playing? Just need to clarify. You never make it even though you try to. I need to check all the comments. Won't be that much to be fair. It will be, but overall, over 17 rounds. I mean, like, it's not as much as it used to be. Do I think Melbourne will miss top 4? I think it's possible right now for sure. They've got St Kilda Essendon next, so those are key games. They win both, they can be comfortable again. It was Essendon, right? And before I got it wrong, no, it was Brisbane. Sorry, not Essendon. Sorry, not Essendon. St Kilda and Brisbane next. If they win both, though, they're comfortable. Probably. But if they lose to the Saints, oh boy. Question marks. Oh, a miss. Collingwood with another behind. Port will lose after the flag. I've got a hot take here. Port Adelaide will go 15 unbeaten. They will beat Collingwood. And their streak ends against the Crows. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it down the line. They will beat Collingwood. And they'll beat them by like 20 points at least. Alright, I'm locking that in. And then they'll lose to the Crows. and then Geelong will beat them at GMHBA, and then they'll win their last 3 games or whatever. I think it's the last 3 games. Yeah, last 3 games. So they'll lose to. I think Port will lose twice from now, but they'll go 15 unbeaten. You'd rather than to Cats. Well, I mean, I'm sure no one who likes Port wants the streak to end to Adelaide. You agree for the first time with Davidoff? Yes, I've made it. It's all brilliant. It's all brilliant when we can agree on something. I'd like to think the good sides go 1-1 against each other. If they play twice and Port win, make it more interesting. I think Port will win. They're good home and away, but Adelaide Oval, I think they'll have Collingwood. This is why I wish they were on the form they're on now. I wish they're on that form in round 2 when they played Collingwood at the MCG. That would have been an interesting game. Instead, they got smashed. They won by a point against Sydney away, right? Which was at the time was actually surprising. It's not surprising anymore looking at both of the teams right now. Ever since that game, they've been so good. I just made the list. Oh, really? You'd say Collins win by infinite points. Jeez, are you sure? Is that high? Yeah, it is. Collingwood escape. 8 watching. How about a thumbs up? Oh, there's 2 thumbs up now. I think GB got me some likes. Yes. We're winning today. First of all, Mason agrees with me, and second, GB's getting me likes. It's a brilliant time to be alive. First like. It's a big achievement. This game's also making me hungry because I've not eaten, and all I see is McDonald's M's on the billboards just all across, and then the Magpies have got KFC logos on their shirts. All we need now is bloody Hungry Jack's or Domino's Pizza. Do you have Domino's Pizza? I assume you have Domino's Pizza. What's Australia's favourite pizza company? I've actually been up. Normally I just wake up and go straight into the stream. Today I woke up extra early, which is weird because I slept late. So I've already showered. I'm ready for work right now. But I might still be off for half time just to get some food. But yeah, it depends. If Port beat Crows and Pies, they have a chance to beat all the other 17 teams throughout the 24-round season. Interesting. Wait, who would be left? That's what I'm curious about. Who'd be left? If they beat Crows and Collingwood, who'd be left? I want to work it out now. Domino's is in Australia. You reckon it's the best pizza we have? Yeah, it's my favourite here as well. I think Pizza Hut's a bit more popular here, but I like Domino's more. Siren beats them. Collingwood gets a mark, but it's after the siren. After the kick, anyway. Yeah, quarter time, 19-10. I'm not really going anywhere, I'm just sitting there. This Australian racing thing looks fun. And I've seen it before. What's it called again? Townsville 500. Where's Townsville? Is that like in Victoria or? Hello, players. How are you doing? Oh, the likes have doubled. That's good. Listen, we're 25%. The overall views are 16, and we got 4 likes. So I'll take that ratio. A lot of people, last week's Essendon Port Adelaide stream, a lot of people watched it after the stream ended, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, it's on 463. I think it doubled after I went offline. That's mad. 17 likes. Townsville's Queensland. Interesting. But yeah, that race thing looks fun. It looks like your own version of NASCAR. I've never actually watched NASCAR. I've watched compilations and it looks fun. But never actually watch it. It's actually on the bucket list to go see a NASCAR race. This TV advert is interesting. Power off tonight. What do you mean? 6 teams in 8 playing another team in the 8 in this round, so this round is very spicy. It is indeed. Hello, NBA. Sorry you're late. This isn't school, mate. You don't have to apologise for being late to Davidoff streams. I'm late to it, like every stream. Oh, is Ethan on 97 subs? I'm already subbed, I think. Yeah, he is. 3 more subscribers for Ethan. Get it done. Do I think I'll hit 1 million subs in the next 3 years? No. I wish. I wish. I need something very viral for that. Very viral. Hello, Jai. How you doing? Who would like to win the flag this season? Are you asking who would I like? I mean, I like Brisbane to win the flag, but I don't know about their away form. Mainly in Victoria. They're not bad at Marvel, but yeah. What about St Kilda? Oh, I'd love that to happen because it's been so long, and we're in like an era of droughts ending. Dogs, Richmond, Melbourne all ended their droughts. So, who's left? Saints are next. But yeah, at the start of the season, they showed they can like do really well, but like they've been a bit up and down since then. They have shown that they can do well. To be fair, in the finals, you just got to get it right for 4 weeks. Or 3 if you're lucky, but, like, obviously, Saints will probably not get top 4, so 4 weeks. You just got to get 4 games right. I don't have the best examples of a team that's not had a great regular season, but had a great finals. I guess the Dogs can be one, but I'd say they had a good regular season, right? 7th was good for them at the time, wasn't it? But the opposite way round, Geelong have finished first twice and gone out. I think once on straight sets and once in the prelim, and they looked terrible in like. I think was it straight sets? I don't think it was straight sets. I think twice Geelong finished first, but then in the finals they lost in week 1, won the semi, and then lost the prelim, and they just didn't play well. They didn't play the form that they played in the regular season. Last year they got it right for the first time in a while. Does the mark get the goal? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. word, mate. Adelaide top 4. I don't see it. I don't see it. You think it could happen? I don't see Adelaide top 4. I can't see that happening. I know Melbourne are struggling a bit, but I think Essendon 4th is a good shout. I think that can be doable. I don't know if I'm correct, but as far as I know, Port Adelaide have not beaten 6 teams yet. 2 because they lost to them, and 4 because they haven't played them yet. I could be wrong, but I've been working it out the last few minutes. Elliot mark. Good mark. So they haven't beaten Collingwood, obviously, in Adelaide, because they've lost to them. Elliot puts it wide. Elliot, mate. That's twice now you missed from there. So they've not beaten Gold Coast. They got Gold Coast tomorrow. They've not beaten Carlton. They got Carlton next week. So they can clear 2 of them. And then there's the Giants and Fremantle. When do they play them? They play the Giants after Geelong and Fremantle after the Giants. I see. That's interesting. And then there's obviously Collingwood and Adelaide, which they also play consecutively. So the 6 teams are not beaten. They play 2 in a row. That's interesting. Norton, good mark. That's how you respond to the Elliot miss. Well, I say this, they haven't scored yet, but Norton should get this, right? I'll never forget being in row 1 for Dogs Giants last year. It was a good time. I wanted at least one row 1 experience, and I felt Marvel was perfect for row 1, and it was. Including the woman behind me, shouting helmet every time she saw Caleb Daniel. Caleb Daniel got fouled. She's like, "Don't touch my helmet!" It's going to be ugly for West Coast tomorrow. Probably worse loss than the Sydney loss. It could be. It could be. Your prediction, Brisbane West Coast, 192 to 45. Could happen. There's only 2 ways it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen if Brisbane take it easy on them. And it doesn't happen if the Lions miss shots. I don't mean like 192-45 specifically, but I mean like getting smashed. If Brisbane don't win by 100 plus, I'd be surprised. What if Brisbane lose to West Coast? Well, I've already said I'd PayPal someone $50. Who was it? I can't remember. Was it Chris? Or was it GB? I don't even know. Was it Mason? I can't even remember. Who did I say I'd send $50 to if West Coast won to Brisbane? Because I was serious, but I've now forgotten who I said it to. Look, if Brisbane do what they do at the MCG, they would still win. What about Brisbane v West Coast at the MCG? The battle. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a word. Couldn't think of one. You're not going to survive in the gauntlet. You're still in the gauntlet. How do you reckon Arsenal go this season? I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think we can win the league. I think we can finish top three though. I think we can finish top three. I think if we want to win the league, we have to get another striker. The strikers we have aren't good enough. They're good to an extent. They're just not Premiership winning good. But yeah, if we bought like a top striker, then I believe. I mean, I wouldn't believe because I'm very pessimistic about Arsenal. Arsenal were leading by 8 points in January and beat Man United, and I said even then like we're not winning the league. So I'm very pessimistic. We have to be like 20 points ahead for me to believe. But still, like I feel I'd have a bit more hope if we signed a big striker. We spent a lot of money. Nothing's. I mean, Havertz is confirmed, but the other two players we've tried to sign, I think it's going well. And if it all goes through, that's 200 million spent. So I can't complain about that. But we're still a striker away from actually being a threat to win the league. I feel. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we win the league. I hope we do. But I can't see it without a good big striker. And in the Champions League, I think it can be a threat. I don't think you can win it. But we've never won the Champions League, which is a big asterisk on our name, because in terms of success, we're the third most successful club in England, but we've never won Europe's biggest prize, and like 6 teams in England have won it. So that's the painful one. We had a final in 2006 and lost it. That's the painful one. I don't think we can win that, but I hope we can somehow do it. But I don't think we will. To be fair, Chelsea have done it with teams that are not that great, but I feel Chelsea were well coached, to be honest, despite not having great teams. They had great teams, but like when they won the Champions League, they. Someone please stop Man City. Man United, mate. They're going to get taken over by Qatar. Well, it's not confirmed, but there's talks ongoing. They get that sort of money. And then Newcastle would just keep spending their money. At least I'm not a Leeds fan. Oh, fair enough. I mean, it could always be worse. Fair enough. If they lose at the same time, the remainder split the win. If West Coast never win anywhere, everyone picks them to around 24 wins. Yeah, true. Oh, that's why you're not going to survive in the gauntlet. Who you got left in the gauntlet, Mason? I'm curious. Yeah, Man City have three-peated. Only the 5th team in England to three-peats. Can you name the other 4? I don't know why I'm doing Premier League quizzes on AFL stream. Oh, what a mark. Oh, right on the line. That's a guaranteed goal, that's for Collingwood. What's not wrong with spending 200 million instead they can give that money to the citizens? You what? Man United, Chelsea. Chelsea haven't. Believe it or not, Chelsea haven't three-peated. I know, I think you'll get 3 of them, but I think there's one you definitely won't get. That's why I asked the question. Who was that line in my comments a few years ago? Always just change. happened to change the corner tip every week away from the loser right before the match started, but he told me afterwards. I can't remember his name. But yeah, I don't think he's here anymore. Probably just stopped watching or something. You're Collingwood, GWS, North Melbourne, Fremantle, Carlton, West Coast. That's a tough one, isn't it? GWS is this round. Good mark for the Dogs. Good team play there. The fact that you still got North as well. Post. The problem with the Dogs, they could have more of a lead at this point, but hit the post. You hope Luton stands for the season in the Premier League. I actually love. I want to go to that stadium, man. It's so cool. It's like one of the entrances is someone's house. I feel like that's really cool. I doubt I'd be able to get a ticket for that though, because like they prioritize obviously season ticket holders, members, etc. It's a really small stadium. I think it holds like 10K. Which is quite mad when you consider like Man United have 75K and you got a 10K stadium in the same league. It's like the equivalent. Like if a Sandford team came to the AFL, that'd be the equivalent basically. But but that's pretty cool. Like you can get a team like that in the Premier League, which is pretty awesome. But I do hope they stay up. Though I think that'd be pretty cool. They could make their home ground a hard place to win. That could help them. Harry Kane needs to leave Tottenham. The thing with Tottenham is, I think they would rather lose him for free next year than sell him now. I think if someone wanted to buy him now, Tottenham would say 100 million. Give us 100 million, you can have him. I think that's the case. I don't think Tottenham care about. I think they care more about losing Kane and losing money, if that makes sense. They'd rather if he doesn't want to sign on, they'd rather he plays out his contract and leaves on a free. And ultimately, I think Harry wants to break the Premier League record. So realistically, who's he going to? They won't sell him to Arsenal or Chelsea, 100%. We know that. Man City have the money, but they won't spend it on him, I don't think. They got Haaland anyway. So that leaves Man United and Liverpool. Do Liverpool spend money? They do, but they're not going to do that, I don't think. So I think Man United is the only place he'd actually go this summer, realistically, if he wants it. Dogs 22 points ahead. Dogs get a nice lead and straight from the bounce Collingwood get a goal. My words! You can't trust this team. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to edit my last 10 minutes reaction to Essendon Point I did last week because it was so good. And I forgot. Guess he just got the stream. Tigers will not make finals. They still could, I think, because they got who they got next? They got West Coast and Hawthorn next, as far as I know. They got West Coast and Hawthorn next. They'll win the next 2 games. Then they got Melbourne though. That's their issue. Who's after Melbourne? Western Bulldogs at Marvel. That's huge. And then St Kilda at Marvel. And then North Melbourne. And Port Adelaide away in the last round. Okay, so maybe not. I can see at least, I can see 3 guaranteed wins there. West Coast, Hawthorn, and North. But apart from that, they got a tough list, so probably not. But still, if they win the next 2 games, they got momentum at least. You never know. Collingwood almost with a goal, but it's a point. This is a really good period of the game. This last 5 minutes. Oh boy. Both teams just going for it. I can Collingwood just go down easy, man. They could have been further behind here. Just remember that 2 of the Dogs behind could have easily been goals. There we go. Yes, mark it. They better get the goal here. I swear down. I swear down. Mum just texted me like, "Do you want pizza from Lidl?" Lidl's it's a mini supermarket. I'm just like, no, I don't want pizza for a start, and definitely not from a supermarket. I don't mean one of those frozen ones. I mean like the ones you see on display. Just get a slice, put it in the bag, and pay for it, and eat it straight away. One of those pizzas. Definitely won't be hot. Someone told you Hawthorn smashed Tigers. I don't think so. Where's the game? MCG, nope. Richmond have to upset 2. Yeah, they have to upset a few. I think they could beat St Kilda. I mean, Hawthorn beat St Kilda, so how hard can it be? It depends which St Kilda turns up. If you get the good St Kilda or the bad St Kilda. Richmond will be hoping for the bad St Kilda. But you could get the bad Richmond, which is most rounds. So that's another thing. A Geelong supporter said Hawthorn will smash Richmond. Yeah, but last year a Geelong fan told me that Hawthorn had beat Richmond as well, and we got smashed by like 60, 70 points or something. What is that? I've been following the Ashes. I've been checking who wins. I never really watch cricket because I just get bored after like 2 overs. But yeah, I see England are 2-0 down, and I think the third test is going badly for England as well. I think Australia are winning quite easily. But I checked on day 1. I don't. What day is it now? I don't even know. Sorry, important phone call. Yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, I was reacting to the I was on the phone. I'm looking at Dogs missing another shot. Bloody, they missed the last two. But they were like, ah! Sorry, that's not English. But like, this is why I mentioned at the start, right? The games against Geelong and Port Adelaide. Both of those games, they missed shots and key moments. Geelong was worse because Geelong, they were good for 3 quarters, and the last quarter they started forgetting how to kick the goal, kick the ball. This is what I mean by I don't trust the Western Bulldogs. Then again, the Magpies have not woken up much yet in this game, I feel. This better not be a 2.0 version of the Swans Geelong game. Anything's better than the Swans Geelong game, bro. I genuinely enjoyed watching blowouts more than that draw. If it is, you'll be beyond fuming. You know, that Swans Geelong was the first draw I watched that wasn't exciting. Every other draw I've seen in AFL has been, oh, this is amazing, can you believe it? Swans Geelong made me want to bloody run up the wall or something. It was ridiculous. That game made you very mad. And for your teams to do the same would make you even more mad than ever. Fair enough. Elliot gets the mark. Is that 50? It's not 50. Elliot gets the goal. Despite all that Dogs play, it's only an 11-point lead. This is why I can't trust them enough. In fact, it was a Friday night game. I'd rather have seen Hawks v West Coast than that. Hawks have not gotten a single primetime game yet, I'm pretty sure. As far as I know. It's very depressing, actually. The game, Magpies come back. Magpies win close. The commentator saying it should be 50, and maybe it should have been, but you got to go anyway, so move on. This feels like Port v Essendon. In terms of excitement, maybe. So Live Ladder doesn't work anymore. I tried to check Live Ladder on AFL, it doesn't work anymore apparently. Maybe it does and my browser's just going weird. Elliot again. A bit harder this one. Like a top 2 team versus a team fighting to stay in the 8. Yeah. A lot of stakes in this. Please miss. He could. He's missed a couple. big goal. It's only 5 points. The Magpies have woken up, guys. What's scarier? The Collingwood Magpies coming back against you, or actual magpies in the streets attacking you? Either way, they're on you like a pack of wolves. The last 3 goals have all been Collingwood. They've gotten 5 of the last 10. There is the siren. I shall be back. I'm going to have some food. Hello. I missed 30 seconds. That's not bad. I forgot my damn hoodie. Again. I've done this like 3 times now. The Goey, the Magpies are ahead. Brilliant. Must resign from YouTube. Oh boy. Would only be surprising, but since Collingwood is not. I'd also argue, like I mentioned before, your games against Geelong and Port Adelaide, also games where you could have been further ahead. Opportunity here for the Dogs. Big mark. Mistake from Howe as well. Gold Coast we would have won if there was like 5-10 minutes more on the clock. Maybe. Miss. It's a draw currently. Dacos. See, there's a difference right there. Dogs miss. Collingwood on the other end. Goal. That's what Collingwood do. This life doesn't want you happy. At least you're competing, bro. I support Hawthorn. Free kick. Can the Dogs get this one? I predict a behind. He's got it. Oh, it's a behind. Oh, no, it was on the line. Okay, I'm confused. Bro, they showed the kick going in, and then the camera cut to Mason Cox. So I guess it just wasn't a score. It was stopped on the line, and we didn't see that part of the game. I'm so confused. That was the strangest camera work I've ever seen. Behind for Collingwood. Yeah, it was marked on the line. Yeah, there you go. What did that? You want to strangle? Looked away for a second. So did the cameraman, bro. Oh my days! It probably wasn't the cameraman himself. I think it was whoever's controlling. Like, there's probably one person controlling which camera sees what. Maybe it's multiple people. I don't know. It might not be the cameraman himself. But someone's done that. What we sing in England when the manager does badly, we should sing it here. Sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning. You're getting sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning. Big applause for that My Check landmark. This game is going way too fast. 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Where's the time gone? It doesn't feel like the first quarter was that long ago. Scott Pendlebury, all-time A4 disposal record. 9,658. Damn. He might get 10,000 at some point. One of those closest out of current players. Probably thousands behind whoever it is. You're going to win, Ethan. How are you going to win? Who are you playing against? It's 12:30 in England. Oh, what a goal! That's goal of the game, that. Dacos. He's got the name, and he's got the talent to back it up. 13 points now. Doesn't feel like Friday to me, you know. I don't know why. The ultimate wingman. Maybe he is. Norton with the mark, big mark. Back to 7. That's a good response. I'll be back. Normally it's Collingwood responding straight away to Dogs goals, but it's nice to see something different, the opposite, refreshing, I would say. Bontempelli behind. Oh, Bontempelli, come on! Is that a free kick? He says he got contact with the boot. Holding the ball, apparently. He's playing holding the ball. Dogs finally getting in their groove. Got a poll in the chat. The first vote has gone to Collingwood. Mason Cox misses. For once, it's not a Western Bulldogs miss. I said it's Collingwood missed. I've got 8 behinds, so and a few of those were misses. More behinds than the Dogs. And the Dogs give the ball away straight to Dacos. Just as you do. Who was that pass even to? I'm sorry, who is he aiming for? I'm very confused. There were more Magpies players than Dogs players in that area. Oh, big kick. He's got the height as well. 16 points. So 16 points? So I can't count apparently. 13 points. Don't know where I got 16 from. It's ironic because the one subject I was good at in school was maths. Big mark. They could be 19 ahead in a second. Everyone's voted Collingwood so far. They don't have the faith in the Dogs. There you go. Now it's 19 points. Dogs need a response, and quickly. I love the commentary. They seem to be everywhere. The Dacos, the Dacos is. Free kick Collingwood, holding on the halfway point. Kick towards the 50. Not an easy kick for Johnson, but we'll see. Oh, it's a good goal. .25 lead. 6 Collingwood goals in this third quarter. That's more than half their goals in this quarter. I said at the start of the game, I said, you can't trust the Dogs for a full game in a big game. It's especially at Marvel. Geelong, Port Adelaide, and now this. All 3 games, errors were made. Maybe they should stop playing at Marvel. The Dogs need 3/4 time, to be honest. They are not in the game right now. It would be pretty cool to give Collingwood a taste of medicine with a comeback, but that clearly is not going to happen. Unfortunately. One minute left. One more Magpies goal and it ends it completely. I think if the Dogs come out 4th quarter and get the first 2 goals, then you never know. It's a big ask though. They got to do it unanswered. Got to score 5 unanswered goals to come back from this. It's a lot of work to do in the last quarter. But there is at least still a small chance. One more goal though in this quarter, and then it's surely they won't do 31 points in a quarter. There's going to be more scores in this quarter. 15 seconds to go. Boundary throw-in. Not close to anyone's goal, really. There goes the siren. 1 quarter to go. Collingwood has smashed it this quarter. Remember the game against Port Adelaide? Like, they did alright for the first half, but Port Adelaide really smashed the third quarter and just finished the game off. This might be similar. What is it with your third quarters post Port and Collingwood? Yep. I guess you can say second half in general in some games. We finally have a vote for the dogs in the poll, which is crazy. When World Cup next week. Oh, it's next week, is it? I was going to make a prediction video. I thought there was still 2 weeks left. Oh, it starts in 12 days. Oh boy. I'll do like a little stream at some point. You're playing Zelda on Switch. Oh, that's fun. Just realised I forgot to share the stream out. I've had so long to do it. First goal is very important here. Mark Collingwood already. So it's been 10 seconds. "31 points, game over," I reckon. Do I like England soccer? Yeah, I watched the England women. We won the Euros 2 years ago, yeah. I think that was England women's first ever. Was it first ever or first in the world? I can't remember. What do you think, Mr. Cat? What are your thoughts? Seems like game over now. Had a good start to the game. Then it all blew away. A few minutes in the end of the first half, and then basically the whole second half. I don't know much straight on Origin Live. When is it? I've uploaded nothing today. I just realised. Go, Collingwood. This stream's my only video today. I'm surprised by that. Did I share out my short yesterday? I did. I mean, the game was over from the last guy, I think. This guy just puts the cherry on top of the icing on the cake. You think it was game over like 5 goals ago. Oh, fair enough. Who have Essendon got tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? No, it's not. It's Sunday. They got Adelaide on Sunday. Oh, Essendon Adelaide. That's interesting. If they kick another one, you're leaving. Wow. That's a big statement. You got to at least wait till they hit a ton. Friday night games are not as fun as it used to be. I feel like Saturday night games are better. I mean, the game of the season was Essendon Port Adelaide. That was Saturday night, so you might be onto something. There's 2 Saturday night games. St Kilda, Melbourne, and Port Adelaide's Gold Coast. As long as I wake up on time, we'll have a double header stream. Should I try sleeping straight away when I get home and try and wake up for GWS Hawthorn? Will it be worth it? Probably not. We'll lose by like 40 points. Definitely not waking up 4:45 a.m. for Lions Eagles. My word. Cox misses. Alright, Cox just marked ready to have the remote in hand as soon as he kicks it and TV is off. TV's not off yet. Saturday, Dreamtime game, Port Essendon. Friday, Pathetic Swans v Geelong. Now this terrible blowout. Can we do it Sydney against Geelong and draw or something? Draw in this game, but You're asking for a lot, mate. I don't know if the AFL higher ups will want that. Norton got a mark. Wow. What if he kicks this, Mr. Cat? Does that mean Collingwood have to get 2 goals for you to turn the TV off? Like, how does it work? Next week is the last Thursday night game, right? Yeah. Apart from the finals, obviously. Sydney Western Bulldogs. I'm sure Mr. Cat's looking forward to that one. Sydney v Bulldogs in the SCG. That's going to be interesting. Melbourne Brisbane is next week's Friday night game. We shall see. What's Saturday night? Oh, there's 2 Saturday night games. Geelong Essendon and Adelaide GWS. Oh, the AFL are treating us. And there's round 19, there's 2 games at the same time. 10:40, well 7:40 for you guys. Freo Sydney and Port Adelaide Collingwood. They love these double headers, don't they? Okay, so every round from now on has double. That makes sense though, because there's no Thursday night. But even this round and next round, there's Thursday night. There's still 2 night games on Saturday. Obviously, round 24 not confirmed. If we lose to Sydney, never watching AFL again. Like, if we lose a team that kicks 18 behinds in the game, just... I will be there as long as I wake up. No matter what, I will be there. Behind. Dogs tried. That was good play, but behind. You know, Mr. Cat, I always wondered why your name is Mr. Cat if you support Dogs. Because until the Sydney Geelong game, I thought you supported Geelong. I genuinely did. But then I saw you in the Sydney Geelong game and just like, this guy doesn't support Geelong, there's no way. Then I'm just like, who does he support? Oh, he supports the Dogs. I'm just curious. Maybe you're a fan of cats. Hopefully not the movie, hopefully the animal. That 50? The first quarter just evaporated from the Dogs. Yeah, they had a 22-point lead in the second quarter at one point. And then the Magpies got the last 3 goals of the quarter, I think. And that felt like a bit of a turning point. Geelong are least favourite team. So why are you called Mr. Cat? This is what I want to know. This is the information that is important to everyday life. Maybe he's JL in disguise. Definitely not. JL's the worst, mate. Isn't JL that Man United guy? Can't be worse than him. He just copies and pastes the same comment. For no reason. Miss for Dogs. What a surprise. What was that about? 18 behinds in the game? At this rate, you get 8 more in this quarter. You like cats, but not Geelong. But you still like dogs more than cats. So you like dogs more than cats, the animals. You support the Western Bulldogs. Your least favourite AFL team is Geelong. But your name is Mr. Cats. I'm very confused here. I'm getting very mixed signals. I don't think the Dogs will come back, but 4 goals in 12 minutes. Go every 3 minutes, let's go. They can do it. No, they can't. Mr. Dog would sound stupid. It would, yeah. What about Cat Dog? That's the name of the TV show. You'll take 20 points as final margin. 2 more points, mates. Yes. You got another behind to help you. Dogs and cats play each other. Who did I go for? Well, he goes for Dogs because he's a Western Bulldogs fan. He doesn't like Geelong. Should probably end the poll, huh? Well, he'd still have a poll up who's going to win. It's obvious. Someone did vote the Dogs, though. That doesn't have to 100. It says Collingwood 88%, Western Bulldogs 11%. There wasn't a third option, so where's the 1% gone?
All the stupid questions she asks me. Asking my wife, hey, honey.
Mason Cox. Post. Mason Cox hits the post. Bon tempelli, mate. What is that? Eight minutes to get 4 goals. Yeah. Friendly reminder, doxing the first 3 goals of the game. To go hits the post. 7 minutes to get 5 goals. 6 goals. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, 5 goals. Ever since Mr. Cat said, I would turn the TV off as soon as Collingwood score again, and they haven't scored since. They scored behind, but not a goal. You should have said it at the start of the game, mate. They wouldn't have scored a single goal. Collingwood did that against Carlton, that yeah, but that's Collingwood doing it. That's different. No, 4 goals. Yeah, 4 goals to draw, but like I'm trying to think about winning, which they won't do anyway. 5 goals in 7 minutes. Melbourne in the finals in 2021 would have done it. Remember that prelim against Geelong when they were getting like a goal of a centre bounce about 10 times. 2021 Melbourne in this game. Oh, they might come back. There's a chance 3 of the 4 finals are playing in Melbourne. Oh, please do. I got a flight into Melbourne on week 1, Thursday. Would be so awkward if I fly in and the Thursday night game was at the Gabba. My words. I'd be like, but I just came from Queensland and you're telling me I got to go back. Unless you go bang bang at Melbourne, they ain't. Who cares a grand? What prelim? Yeah, but I know, but like the prelim was like, because like Geelong were like a team that always beat them, so there was like kind of a mental block there as well. So to like completely obliterate Geelong like they did, I thought that was incredible. Obviously the Dogs as well. Obviously, especially in the last quarter, they smashed them. Still not sure if they will do it, but hey, percentage. They won't do it. But look, 3 goals to draw in 6 minutes. A goal every 2 minutes. It's not an impossible thing, but for the Dogs it might be. $43,000 crowd attendance. What is the stadium? 60,000 or 50,000? Either way, the commentator said at the start it was a sellout. It is not, mate. 43,000 in a sellout at Marvel. I know your tricks. Dockland's a bit bigger than 43. Hello, Luke. How you doing? Full capacity is 53,000. They lied to us. That's not a sellout. That's 10,000 short of a sellout. What's LA Oval's capacity? Do I think the Dogs will have a chance? No, I don't think so. I say this, but the Dogs have an opportunity here. Tipping goes and overtaking my comp. Oh, interesting. Collingwood escape a Dogs attack. I'm going to check the Bulldogs fixtures because I'm curious to see what they got to deal with. Sydney obviously next week. Essendon at Marvel. That's huge. Giants at Mars. Richmond at Marvel. Hawthorn in Tasmania. Eagles at Marvel. Okay, that's 2 winnable games there, Hawthorn and West Coast. Then Geelong GMHB on the last day. Oh, can you imagine if that's a playoff for a finals place? Geelong Western Bulldogs final round. Can you imagine if that's a decider? Not sure I'm going to believe you, but you're first on tipping comp. But you tipped the Dogs stupidly. Commentators, especially BT, are liars, and to sell out. A sellout includes season ticket holders who don't show up, and who would, against Pies may have no tickets left, aka sellout. Dogs have not won a GMHBA since 2003, so it would be nice. What's the worst tip I've done so far? Good question. I don't know. I've had a few bad ones for sure. I guess my worst tip is not tipping. 3 Western Bulldogs, round 8, round 6. Apparently my tip isn't safe. But I'm sure I had it worse. Oh yeah, I tipped Sydney. I tipped Sydney to beat Geelong at the GMHBA in round 6. They lost by 93 points. That's my worst tip, maybe? I tipped Sydney to beat Geelong. That's funny, I got everything right except that one, and the one I didn't tip. That's hilarious. I tipped Sydney to beat Geelong GHVA. Yeah, just think about that for a second. 1:39 on the clock, still 18 points. Tipped Carlton to beat Brisbane, I don't know. Carlton were at home, in fairness. I tipped the Eagles to beat Gold Coast. That could be seen as pretty bad. Go for the Dogs, 12 points. 1:08 to go. Round 11 was incredible, wasn't it? Round 11 was the best round of the season. That was something else, that round. I'm sure there's more bad ones, I just can't, because I'm skimming through the rounds that I tipped. Five seconds. £12. Wow. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. In the chat there was Mr. Cat, there was Ethan, there was Mason, there was Chris, there was GB. Who else was there? Playlist Guy, 69, NBA. NBA said, sorry I'm late, and then didn't talk again. Jai. Not Jai Amis, I assume. He should be training. Mask. Have I missed anyone? I don't think I've missed anyone that's in the chat anyway. And Luke. But yeah, thanks everyone who chatted and watched. Appreciate it. Not in much of a rush as I usually am for work, because I'm starting half an hour late. Because I stayed half an hour late a few days ago and I swapped. They're like, we can't offer you overtime, but you can come in late another day. I'm just like, yeah, Friday, because I knew there'd be an AFL game on. But yeah, see you in 12 hours, 24 hours. That's not your best. Should not have backed the Dogs to win. Well, I got my first tip right of the round. I tipped Sydney though, but I tipped Collingwood. I'm confident for Saturday though, you know. I tipped Brisbane, GWS, Melbourne, Port Adelaide, Geelong, Essendon, Freo. Most of those should be right. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.